ranking every Skylander main starter packs. It includes these starter packs here on screen. We will be ranking these starter packs based on how fun the Skylanders are, especially if you play co-op. How much you can complete the game with the starter pack, and would it stand a chance to beat the Nightmare mode. In this video we are gonna assume that the starter pack is the first Skylanders you will ever get, so it won't include any other Skylanders, so not even the previous ones in the series, meaning that you won't have a trigger happy from Skylanders Spyro's Adventure to help you complete Giants. You will only have the 3 starter pack characters there. And I understand that it might be unfair and stupid to try completing the game in a Nightmare mode with the starter pack only, when the most games just specify that this mode is for those who have a big arsenal of Skylanders. But since there are trophies / achievements from Giants to Superchargers that you can fully complete with the starter pack if you manage to complete the Nightmare mode, excluding Swap Force, I wanted to include it in this ranking. And this ranking solely focuses on the starter pack and does not represent my opinion on any single game. Even though I might love some game, the starter pack might rank low. Number 6, we have Skylanders Trap Team. If you followed my criteria for how I will be ranking these starter packs, this probably wasn't a surprise for you. In the starter pack you get 1 Water Trapmaster, Snapshot, 1 Life Core, Food Fight, and 2 traps, Life and Water. I think Snapshot is a great starter pack character. It's a projectile based character who does plenty of damage and in my opinion is fun to play. But Food Fight on the other hand, they aren't my favorite. They can shoot, but the damage is much lower and I personally don't enjoy playing him as much. That being said, I can only imagine how I would have fighted with my younger brother, who would have played a Snapshot and who would have played with Food Fight. Obviously me being an older brother, I would always be the Snapshot and I would give my brother, you know, Food Fight. He would have thrown a tantrum probably and refused to play. Of course, now that we are older, we could have solved this issue without a fight. But still, it wouldn't have been fun to play as a Food Fight. I also heavily dislike the fact that in this starter pack there are only 2 Skylanders, meaning that if one of the 2 Skylanders die, you either have to restart the whole chapter or complete it in a single player mode. Some of you might be wondering now, what about the traps? Can't one be who has the Food Fight just use the traps? And yeah, that is a possibility, but the problem is that the traps and the villains are not infinite. You can only use it a little while, even less if you take a hit, before you have to swap back. And second, I just don't think that the Water and Life villains are that good. Of course there are some good, like I think Breath Pack is kinda good, but maybe I would classify them as a mid. I think those for Bob / Activision did this game wrong when they made it that the only Trap Masters can open the elemental gates. It means that with the starter pack you can only open the water gates. And that is horrible. That is absolutely horrible. You can't even go to the life gates with the Food Fight. This means that you cannot complete any stage with 3 stars, since there isn't a level in the game where there is only water elemental gate. I also want to mention that one of the 6 trappable life villains is locked behind an adventure pack, so that is one less usable trappable villain. As some of you might know, there is a hidden 4th star in the game that appears after you beat the story mode. These 4th star include challenges such as all villain quests, complete under and don't swap, meaning that you cannot even get the 4th star unless the level only has a life or water villain quests. Basically, with the starter pack you can complete most of the levels with 1 star only. That is 1 out of 4 stars, and I think it is ridiculous. There are a couple of levels that you can 2 star, for example Soda Fest, the 1st level, Know It Island, the 2nd level, and Chef Zeppelin, the 5th level, since those only have water / villain quests, or in the case of Soda Fest, no villain quests at all. As for the Nightmare Boy, I'm not saying you cannot beat it with the starter pack characters, but it is hard. It definitely is hard. The chaos fight is so long and hard, and it requires absolute mastery of the Skylander or trappable villain as you play. In this case, I would probably buy more Skylanders to platinum this game rather than to try completing this nightmare mode with Snapshot and Food Fight and the traps. Number 5 we have Skylander Superchargers. Now in this starter pack you are getting 2 Skylanders, Spitfire and Super Shot Stealth Elf, and 1 vehicle Hot Streak. Now I like this starter pack because it gives you, equal Skylanders. Both of you get superchargers that got modified vehicles. It's not like Trap Team where you can only play as a Trap Master and a core Skylander. Spitfire is fast Skylander that uses close range attacks, whereas Super Stealth Elf uses projectiles to fight from far away. Pretty good Skylanders in my opinion, even though I think they nerf Stealth Elf so hard from the original. You also get a vehicle here, the Hot Streak, which is superchargeable vehicle with Spitfire. This means that Skylanders and vehicle does more damage, has more health, and unlocks 2 mods to the vehicle that you cannot get elsewhere. But the problem with the starter pack once again is the lack of playable Skylanders. Once one player dies, you either have to restart the chapter or complete it as a single player. Now, thank god the chapters in Superchargers are short, so it isn't as much pain in the ass as dying in the end of Trap Team, of course. 100% in this game works differently than the other games. You see, there aren't any percentages showing in your game file, meaning that you can define yourself what counts as completing the 100% of game. I will be counting all the stars and epic treasure chests you can unlock in each level. You can complete each star on a level by completing a vehicle section. There are 3 vehicle types: land, water and sea, meaning with the starter pack you can only get 1 star in every level. You can however find every single epic treasure chest in a level, so that's very good. I'm not happy how they designed this game's collectibles, how they work. I wish they would have kept the old format that they had in every game before Superchargers, but it is what it is. Now, there are of course elemental portals in the game, or elemental gates in the game, whatever you call them, but they also work a bit differently. It doesn't matter what element your Skylander is, it only matters what vehicle element you have. So you can only complete the one elemental game, that being the fire, and completely miss the life gate because you don't have a life type vehicle, which I think is not good either. There are also supercharger challenges which you can tackle with the supercharger combo. Basically, with the starter pack you can complete the Spitfire one and completely miss out the Stealth Elf one. Now the nightmare mode in this game is not bad in my opinion. I think the parts where you play as a Skylander are fairly easy, sometimes even more annoying than fun. My problem here is the vehicle sections. Like, sometimes I feel like there is no way to dodge the enemies. They will instantly break your armor and kill your Skylander. Like, how am I supposed to beat some of these levels without dying 2 times? The nightmare definitely sucks just because the vehicle sections are made to be unfair, in my opinion. For all the reasons I previously mentioned, I think Superchargers starter pack deserves to be number 5. Number 4, we have Skylander Giants. In this starter pack you get 3 Skylanders: T-Rex, Jetpack and Cinder. And in my opinion, T-Rex is definitely one of the best giants there. He has the ability to smash the ground with their hand, shoot projectiles and dash. Even though most of the giants are slow, T-Rex's dash upgrade I think is really good. We also get Jetpack, which in my opinion is not that good of a Skylander. He shoots some wind through his weapon, and he also has a dash upgrade. Sadly, it doesn't last forever, not my favorite island. I also think that the damage is not too great, and the sucking option is not my favorite either. As a long range Skylander, you should definitely be able to push the enemies back and not suck them towards you. Lastly, we have a Cinder. She shoots lightning and also has this warp upgrade that makes her go fast. I like Cinder and her playstyles, so I don't have anything to complain here. The problem once again arises when I think about playing this game with my younger brother, since we would probably fight who gets to be the T-Rex and who needs to play with characters like Sunder or Jetpack. I wish they would have given 2 giants in the starter pack, since giants play such a big part in this game, like we break walls, lift boulders, complete feat of strength. But I understand that giving 2 out of 8 giants is a bad business strategy when you want to make money. There is something good about the starter pack that the Trap Team and Superchargers couldn't achieve, and that is being able to complete at least 1 level with 3 stars. In fact, there are 3 levels that you can 3 star, them being the first level, Time of the Giants, 3rd level, Rumble Town, and 13th level, the Oracle. Of course, the challenge can be trying to complete the levels under a certain time, but since all 3 Skylanders have some kind of upgrade that makes them go fast, I don't think this is a huge problem. Now, when we think of a Nightmare mode, it is pretty hard with the starter pack characters. Since T-Rex is a giant, he moves slower than a regular Skylander, and fighting in a tight space as a giant is really hard. For example here, the last fighting area in the level 15, Lost City of Argus. How am I supposed to avoid these hazards with the giants and deal damage at the same time? Maybe it's just a skill issue here dying, but you know, I find it hard area to deal with. I talked about how I dislike Jetpack, so it might not come as a surprise that I don't like to play him in a Nightmare mode. The damage and the playstyle does not fit well in the Nightmare mode in my opinion. Sunder on the other hand, I think she's a good Skylander in a Nightmare mode due to her warp upgrade. It might take some time to kill the enemies, but with patience it is possible. This starter pack succeeds in places that Trap Team did not, but still the unequal amount of giants and how tedious it is to complete the Nightmare mode with the starter Skylanders, it deserves top 4. Number 3. Skylanders Imaginators. Now, with this starter pack you get senseis, 2 senseis, Kingpin, Golden Queen, and a Fire Creation Crystal. The water sensei, Kingpin, is a close combat Skylander who uses his wings to fight enemies. I think he's a fairly powerful character and is fun to play. Third sensei, Golden Queen, is a projectile based character. She's also very good and fun Skylander to play as. Lastly, we have the Fire Creation Crystal. Now, I love the concept of creating your own Skylander, so this was such a good idea. Obviously, not every battle class is the best, so you just have to choose a good one or just reset your crystal to choose a better battle class. And yes, if you didn't know, you can reset your creation crystals. No, I know I have talked here how unfairness in the starter pack bothers me, but not this one. I love the sensors so much that I would let it slide that my brother would pick the creation crystal. And also with the starter pack you can complete every level, every main level with 3 stars, all 10 of them. Really big W here. The only problem you might have is completing the level under, but I think that is fairly easy with the Kingpin's dash. Note there are sensei realms that you can only access with the corresponding element. That means you can complete 2, the water and earth realms, out of the 10. I would say this is fairly balanced and I like it a lot. I have no complaints here. Of course, there are achievements that you need to complete in order to get 100% save file, and they require a lot of characters and crystals, so you can only complete very little of those with the starter pack. But gameplay wise, you will get to experience a lot with the starter pack in my opinion. As for the Nightmare mode, this isn't hard game either. You have 3 very good and powerful Skylanders that can kill enemies. There are certain parts that are hard in my opinion, but nothing too major that you cannot overcome. For those reasons, I think Imaginators definitely deserve a solid 3rd place. Number 2. Skylander Swap Force. Now, where do I even start? In this starter pack, you get 3 Skylanders. We get a Fire Element Swapper Blast Zone, Water Element Swapper Swashbuckler, and Life Element Ninja Stealth Elf. These Skylanders are so good. Blast Zone is a good projectile swapper that can throw bombs, thrust forward with your rockets and make a firewall. He's a very strong, powerful, and a fun swapper. Swashbuckler is a close combat character and he has a sword. Stealth Elf is a close combat Skylander. He has a powerful knives that can do a lot of damage. She also has this skill where you go invisible and create decoy scarecrow. She can also do acrobatic spin that makes her really fast Skylander, and she's also fun to play as. All of these Skylanders are good. You get 2 swappers, so it is fair in my opinion. You get to play with your friend or brother and you don't have to fight who gets to have a swapper, because there are 2 of them. You also get Stealth Elf, which is pretty good and a fast Skylander. These swappers also have additional skills that will grant them access to the swap zones. Blast Zone has a rocket skill, while Swashbuckler has the climbing ability. Each level has 3 elemental gates. One of them is so-called dual elemental gate. It means that the gate requires you to have the 2 elements. You can access these elemental gates by having both Skylanders, either by swapping swappers top or bottom, or you can have 2 players in and the other can have a fire type of Skylander while the other has water type of Skylander. 2 of the rest elemental gates in the level are normal elemental games. This means that the first level has life and air element normal gates. Each level also has 3 of these swap zones, so sadly you cannot complete a single level with 3 stars except the boss fights. You may acquire the 3 stars from the boss levels by simply not taking any damages. So there are 5 boss fights, so we have a 5 levels that you can 3 star. After completing the game you unlock extra modes, point mode and speed mode. In the point mode you must complete the level while killing enemies and trying to avoid taking any damage so your multiplier does not drop. In the speed mode it requires you to complete the level as fast as possible, so Blast Zone and Ninja Stealth Elf are made for this mode. There are also bonus maps that you can acquire from levels or buying them in the store. You can complete these bonus maps fairly easy with the starter pack, so no problems here. Then we also have arena mode, and I have no problems here. I think every single starter pack character can deal with these arena fights, so no problems. The nightmare mode does not pose any threats either in my opinion. It is fairly easy to begin with, but also with the good starter pack characters it is not hard. Also the food gives a lot of health, so even if you take damage it's nothing major. For this reason I think Swap Force deserves place number 2. And number 1, you already maybe guessed it, it's Skylander Spyro's Adventure. Does this starter pack even need introduction? We have legends such as Spyro, Killgrunt and Trigger Happy here. We have magic element of course. Spyro uses fire, spits fireballs far away and can ram enemies with the horns also. Can also fly. A very good Skylander that is so much fun to play in my opinion. We have water element, Killgrunt. He can shoot his harpoon very far and also blast some water with it. And he can also fly with his jetpack. Overall, I think he's very fun and good Skylander. Last but definitely not least, we have the tech element, Trigger Happy. He shoots with his weapon and also he has a minigun. He can also toss some pots, but let's not focus on that. Trigger Happy is definitely my favorite out of all 3 of these, and you can probably tell it. He's so much fun to play as. This is one of the best starter packs there is. Even though Trigger Happy is clearly the best, the other Skylanders are definitely not something you should sleep on. They are so good, and I think it is fair if you have another one to play with you. Like, I wouldn't even fight if my little brother would pick Trigger Happy and I would need to choose Killgrunt or Spyro. There are also 6 levels you can 100% in this game. The first one, Shattered Islands. The 6th one, Darkwater Cove. The 7th one, Leviathan Lagoon. The 10th level, Treetop Terrace. The 18th level, Molekin Mines. And the 22nd level, Lair of Chaos. 6 out of 22 is awesome in my opinion. Of course it isn't the same as Imaginators, but it is really good. they really made these starter pack characters so good. Now, this game does not have nightmare mode in it, but I still think it's fairly balanced difficulty wise. Some enemies are a bit harder to kill, but not impossible, and with the final boss fight is definitely so much fun. You can beat it with the starter pack with a little bit of skill, so that adds a nice challenge to the game. And that is the reason it definitely deserves the #1 spot. In the end, I want to say that I acknowledge that all these completing levels 100% has something to do with the game design also, but I wanted to include it in the criteria how I rank it. So there you have it. This is my personal list of how I would rate the starter packs. If you are going to roast me in the comments, try to be respectful. This was my first long form video that I have made to this channel, so you can comment how you liked it, you can like the video if you liked it, and you can subscribe if you felt like subscribing. Until next time.